Sunday, September the 22nd, and it's a overcast, misty day. We've had an inch and a quarter of rain overnight. Well, about an inch overnight. We had 2/10 of an inch a couple days before that. And the great thing is this is where we interseeded our pasture. And this rain has really brought up the clover. The grasses are coming up. So we really needed this. We had a half an inch the day after we seeded it, and then nothing for about 3 weeks. And he went down this way, and then he also went that way, and you can see the rows going out that way too. So this should give us a really good stand. I'm really pleased with this. It's coming up, and it's still misting today. So it'd be nice if we end up with about an inch and a half of rain, and it's just coming nice and slowly and soaking in really well. So really glad to see this. And this area here, we're going to sow a pollinator strip just to hold this, and for the bees and pollinators, and then we hope to get some beehives out here too. But wonderful rain. So glad we're getting it, because we haven't had any for close to a month. So perfect day for that. We're finally getting around to assembling our livestock scales. It will weigh animals up to 1,000 pounds, and it's electronic digital. So putting that together today. We actually ordered it in January and just now getting around to putting it together, because we didn't have a pad poured or anything like that. So we're going to get this together today. Didn't think all the parts were here, because they didn't send a packing list or a instruction manual. So I contacted the company today, and they sent the instruction manual, and everything is here. So we're going to get it put together this afternoon. All right, got step one done. Got the outer frame put together. Wasn't too bad. Pretty simple instructions. Assembling the scale. Took about 3.5 hours. Wasn't too complicated. Some of the pieces, there's one screw that just wouldn't go in down there, but we'll be okay without it. But you can see this is kind of swinging back and forth. So the cage is suspended, and it's bolted to this cross beam. And then there's one right there, and there's one right there, and that's the sensors for the weight. So that's the load bars. So this whole crate and the animal pushes down on that, and that's what records the weight. The advantage of this scale is that the load bar is on top. So when we have to clean, if you have to use a hose or anything, you won't be rusting out the load bar. And being under the shed here, and with that all enclosed, should last quite a long time. So glad we got this set up. We do have a short handling system. It's nothing sophisticated, but it's about 12 feet long, and there is a little sort gate on it, and we'll probably set it up along here eventually. It's portable. We can move it different places. So when we go to weigh sheep or lambs, we'll make a pin here. We'll just bring them around, bring them into the scale, and then bring them down and sort them as we go. We needed the scales for our market lambs, so we'll know how much they're weighing, and so we know when to send them to market. Plus, when we're medicating the sheep, deworming or whatever, we can get an accurate weight on the ewes and the rams, all the goats. So pleased to get this up. We ordered it in January, and I think we took delivery in either January or February. And it's just sat in the barn until now. We poured this concrete slab, I think it was in July. So wanted to get this set up and get it going. The scales itself is up in the barn. It's all electronic, and it actually attaches right up here. So it's digital and there'll be a readout for us. But we're not going to set that up till we're ready to use it. So anyway, got this done today, and glad we got that all done. And we'll have to get the packing crate and the dumpster up there for the building dumpster before they take it away. So glad we got this done. We've made a modification to these hay feeders. When they get empty, they tend to turn them over, and the braces on the bottom of them are only 4 feet wide, so it wasn't wide enough to prevent them from tipping them if they try to walk under them or rub on them. So we just got some 10-foot PVC pipe, ran through the bottom, and we'll see how that works. I did call the company and mention to them that aspect of their design I didn't really care for, and they were appreciative. I'm going to send them some photos and point out what I was talking about. So we'll see how this works, but I think this will do the trick. It's Tuesday evening, September the 24th, and we got the feeders adjusted. They're working pretty well. They moved out a little bit, so I'm going to have to put a couple bolts in the bottom so they don't slide, but none of them were tipped over. Got everybody fed hay this evening. We got a lot done on our site prep. Got the stone in here for the drive. There'll be a concrete pad in front of the garage, and then we've got a lot of the topsoil spread here, and they fixed the drain in the back and got topsoil around the back too. So things are shaping up. We just got to fill in here. It's kind of low here yet, but get this filled in and I think we'll be good to go. And then we've got to fill in along the barn here, there in front of the garage, and a little bit right here. But things are shaping up, and if everything goes according to plan, we should be moving in 4 weeks. So a lot to get done and a lot on our plate. So thanks again for joining us at Norwal Farm.